My boys, most men want to hit their goals and most men want to have a fulfilling life. The problem is traditional goal setting often misses the mark and leaves young men feeling frustrated and, well, unfulfilled. So in this video, we're going to cover my exact approach to setting goals that I think is specifically designed for men, not only to set goals, but also achieve them. So in the interest of time, this ain't Elder Scrolls. This ain't RuneScape. We ain't playing no games for today. My name's Bennett because we about to get in. Now, it's no secret to say that the young men of today are facing challenges that are gonna be very tough. But I also have good news, guys. I have good news because goal setting is gonna be the thing that I believe will help you unlock your potential and actually help you live a purposeful life. Because, guys, by having clear and defined goals, men can actually focus their time and energy onto things that are truly important. And this does not only affect their personal life, but it also affects their professional life. It helps them advance in every area that they want to. It also provides young men with a roadmap and helps them stay on track when they inevitably run into the challenges that they are going to face in this world. In other words, goals equal growth. And by defining that and knowing what you want, guys, not only can you lock your potential, but you can live a meaningful and purposeful life. Because on the other end of the spectrum, guys, not setting goals can lead to a lot of big problems down the road. And guys, by setting, and not only setting, but also achieving your goals, you're gonna find that with each accomplishment, each time you level up, guess what else is leveling? Your confidence, your trust in yourself, your faith in yourself. All these things are leveling up with each accomplishment that you have, guys, and it is going to help you in a lot of ways. And seriously, on that note, like, why even let your life be a mystery? I find it really crazy to me that guys literally go through their whole lives without making goals. I met a guy that was 32 the other day that has never set a goal in his life. I taught him how to set goals. What? How have you been going this long in your life without direction? And on top of that, studies show that men that don't set goals, they are much more likely to participate in like risky behavior, much more likely to do drugs, much more likely to get in trouble. And why is that? Because they ain't got no direction. They just drift. And if you know that you're much more likely to do those possibly bad things if you don't set goals, then why haven't you set goals? I mean, for God's sakes, guys, give yourself a fighting chance to succeed. And the best way to do that is by setting goals. And just so y'all know, we're not talking about the same type of goals, because I want you to know that I know that everything that you know about goals is wrong. So let's start here. First off, never, ever use the SMART method for setting goals. I personally think it is trash, garbage, terrible. I think it's horrible. Guys, and that's mainly because in my experience, in my own life, it has been much more effective to set goals that are way bigger than you think you can achieve than by setting SMART goals. SMART goals is setting a goal that, oh, it's just maybe a little bit out of your reach. It's just maybe something that is a little bit more realistic. But to be honest with y'all, to me, when I hear the word realistic, the real word I hear is average. So just to conclude, so we're on the same page, guys, I do think setting SMART goals is dumb, but only because they make you set realistic goals. I do love the specific and measurable part of the goal. You got to have something that is specific and measurable. Second off, setting 3, 5, 10, 15-year goals to me is just stupid. Honestly, it is too far out for you to create meaningful action in the short term. Don't get me wrong. Should you have an overarching vision for your life? Absolutely. That's probably something like your 5 to 10-year goal. But guys, I think setting anything other than a 1-year goal really is just ineffective. And so how I personally do it is I set a 1-year goal. Then I break that goal down into quarterly goals. And guess what? From there, I break it down into monthly goals, and we go even further. I break those monthly goals down into 2-week goals. But we'll cover all that in a little bit of a later video. For now, we're just going to talk about how I set goals. Now, this is one of the biggest mistakes, and one of the biggest mistakes I see people make, and something that I did for a long time. But now the way I go about approaching setting my own goals is the first thing is I do not allow myself more than 3 goals. No more. But Glass, I'm good at a lot of stuff. I want to do Amazon FBA. I want to own a store. I want to own a farm. I want to become a butterfly. Bro, shut up. Your mind, hell, everyone's mind, if you look at today's society, is already overstimulated. Guys, I'm telling you right now, one of the rarest and most valuable traits that is hardly found in young men is focus. The ability to be able to focus on one to a few things for a long time. So the answer to your question is no. You cannot have more than 3 goals. And that is why I do something called a goal tournament. And it's really simple. I list out, and when I did this, I had 20 goals. I listed them out on a piece of paper. And then what I did from there is I looked at the first 2 and I crossed out 1. I looked at the next 4 and then I crossed 2 out. That's what I did all the way to the point till I had 3 goals or less left. Very simple. From there, from the 3 that I chose that I wanted to focus on, I prioritized which one of those is most important. And guys, this is going to be a hint for you. Do not let anybody else's thought process affect how you look at your goals. This is your goal. This is not their goal. So don't judge yourself if you have a weird goal. If your goal is to bang 20 chicks this year in 2023, bro, hey, do I agree with it? Not really, but hey, bro, that's your goal. Don't write down a goal that you think somebody else wants for you just because you think they want. And for those of you that are thinking, well, I'll just split time evenly between all 3 goals. You're living in La La Land. You're living in Rainbow Land. You're living with ice cream and butterflies, bro. You're not living in real life. If you think that you're going to split time evenly between those goals, I'm telling you right now, it's probably not going to happen. That is why we are prioritizing which one is the most important. For instance, I got 3 goals right now. Hit 150% on my quota at Yelp so I can make some money. Hit 100K subscribers before the end of the year and get 10% body fat. But as one of the hardest working people I know, and probably that y'all know, I'm telling you right now, it is very hard to do all 3 of those. And sometimes, some days when I'm not my best, one of them falls off. And right now, it's the 10% one. To me, it is more important. It is more crucial for me to hit that number at Yelp and build this YouTube channel. So in the off case, I do have an off day. I already know which one of my goals is probably going to take a hit for it. That is why it's important for you to prioritize your goals. Now, a lot of you guys are going to hate what I do next, but you know what? I'm okay with that. It's a reiterated version of something I learned from Grant Cardone. But what I do after I have those 3 most important goals to me and I prioritize them, guess what I do next? I take those 3 goals, something specific, measurable, quantifiable, a number that you can measure, hopefully. But I take those 3 goals and I multiply it by 5. Oh my God, Glasgow, that ain't realistic. What? Your goal is to get to 100,000 subscribers and you multiply it by 5? That's crazy. That's 500,000. I know. I take those 3 goals and I multiply it by 5. And here's why. Because bigger goals stretch you. Wait, pause. Okay, let's try that again. Bigger goals push you. They push you to become more creative. They push you to become more urgent. They push you to take more action. They push you to find more resources. They push you out of your comfort zone. And when you go out of your comfort zone, what happens? You grow. So that is why I set bigger goals than I think I can achieve. And guess what? If I don't hit that big goal that I thought or that I put down that I multiplied by 5, I will probably end up a little short of it, but I'll end up at my original realistic goal. That's why I'm against smart goals. If you set a smart goal, a realistic goal, and you don't achieve it, you are still very far away from where you want to go. At least if you overset it and you missed the target, you are probably back at your original target. By setting goals higher than you think you can achieve, they help you grow and they help you go a lot further, a lot faster. And then finally, the last step that I take when it comes to approaching setting goals for myself is I detach completely from the goal. Now wait, I know this nigga did not just spend a whole 5 to 10 minutes on this video talking about how to set goals, and now you're telling me to detach and not care about my goal. Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you. Detach, let it go. Want to know something crazy about me? It's a weakness and it's a strength. As a sales rep, if any of you guys have worked in sales, you know that we are measured on performance. We are measured on our performance towards a certain number that they give us. They may say, hey, this quarter, you need to sell $100,000 worth of new revenue in products. And so we're measured on that. But one of my biggest weaknesses as a sales rep, you won't believe this, I don't look at the numbers. I don't look at the numbers. I don't, in the middle of the quarter, I don't know how much revenue I've sold. And that's probably really dumb, really stupid, but I'll explain why I think I do that. My boys, the reason I do that, the reason I don't look at the number, the reason I detach from the goal is because the God's honest truth is the goal, the outcome of getting the goal is in some ways uncontrollable. I can't exactly control if I hit the goal. However, what I can control is my actions towards the goal. I know that in sales, if I do enough calls, if I send enough emails, if I do enough demos, I know that by the end of the quarter, if I've done that, if I control what I can control, the likelihood and the chances of me hitting the goal are going to skyrocket. And so that is why I am consistently outperforming my targets, and I am one of the top sales reps pretty much everywhere I go. And I don't look at the numbers. I don't look at the goal. I look at the actions to get to the goal, and that is what I control, and that is what I focus on. Guys, hear me when I say this. Don't focus on the goal. Focus on the process. But unfortunately, we'll dive into that a little bit further when I give you guys a video on how I reverse engineer my goals, make a plan, and then take action towards that goal. So for now, guys, what are you still doing here? Get off YouTube and put in that work. Get the fuck out of here.